Look no further for a night out on the town. In the heart of Andover, the Courtyards of Andover is an event center and catering company, hosting weddings, galas, celebrations of life, and comedy shows.
Who's ready to get the show started? Let's hear it.
Been doing the comedy shows since like 2015, I think. So some people are regular comers, some people have never been and don't even know we're here still. So right in the heart of Andover, most Fridays through the winter, we got this comedy show going on. So it's just a good time. All you can eat dinner buffet along with a comedy show, usually 3 acts every time. You think about going out to a restaurant in town for dinner and you think about the price you're paying for that, and then you compare it to this, and then you're also getting a comedy show in it too, you know? So it's just a good alternative that's not costing you any more money than just going out for a regular Friday night.
Our most expensive ticket's $45, and it goes down from there, and you can barely go to a nice restaurant with a drink for that.
Family owned and ran, Courtyards of Andover had a special event recently.
A really special show because we're bidding farewell to Joe Tanner. He's going to be the middle act, the feature act. Somebody that I worked for at one of his venues in Coon Rapids many years ago. I guess I was the first comic there. So he contacted me earlier this summer and said that his physical limitations are going to take him out of the business. So I said I would be honored to have you come up to Courtyards and do it there.
The Anoka-born comedian Joe Tanner returned to the area for his last comedy gig. After spending over 25 years in stand-up comedy, Joe decided it was time to step down. A Parkinson's diagnosis led the Anoka High School graduate to slate his final comedy gig, allowing him to bow out of comedy on his own terms.
It's okay. I'm not afraid of it. I was diagnosed with Parkinson's about 5 years ago, so now I'm kind of dealing with it, and it's getting more difficult to stand up there. So instead of doing stand-up comedy, what we call it a sit-down comedy.
Well, thank you everybody for coming out. This is going to be a fun night. Brent, my son, was going to introduce me as national touring comedian. And it's like, Brent, I've been to Coon Rapids and Anoka. And now Andover. So, yeah, woohoo. Thank you, Make-A-Wish, for allowing that dream to be fulfilled. And I was like, Mom, come back.
Biggest things was getting involved. Mike Ornstein and myself, a friend of mine, we got started with the comedy, and through the comedy I got to meet Scott Hansen, who's a big name around here, and also Louis Anderson. And through that I got to go out and be with Louis about maybe half a dozen times out at Las Vegas. So we got to be out there, and we've had some fun times out there, and it was a bigger deal, but yet it wasn't. It seemed like when everybody was behind stage, it was all the same. It was just like the same as any other company, except you got Louis next to you. So I think some of those things, but one of my biggest things was being able to help with benefits and fundraisers for people. And we added it up, and we figured we raised over $100,000 for folks. And it was just, the bad thing was if we were doing this for you, you had something going on in your life, a cancer, a heart attack, or something like that. And we tried to remove that for that one day, take all that bad thoughts out, and just have a fun time. And at the end, we got to say, here's a little pile of money. Do something for yourself.
The experience of coming out to a comedy show is truly one of a kind.
It's us talking about our lives. Some people are one-liner comics. I talk about my life, about things that I've experienced, and turning it into funny rather than having to go to a therapist.
To check out the lineup of more events happening at the Courtyards of Andover, visit them on Facebook or their website, courtyardsofandover.com.
I'm out of here. Thank you so much.